So there are three really important concepts to understand in the book. The first is that process of how our body degenerates, so the systems and how the body works through that. The second concept is this one of regeneration and degeneration. Is your body improving its health, or is it degenerating, and the speed of it's degenerating? Now, what underpins all of this are the four pillars that we go into in the book. And these are the action steps. So we're talking about sleep, we're talking about diet, we're talking about movement, moving your body, and mindfulness. And I'm going to talk to you in this video about those four elements, and then I'll break it down in subsequent videos about each of them, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's how you implement these four pillars that will make the big difference to your health. It's important to understand the prelude to that, of to why we're doing these things, but understanding each of those pillars and what you can do in simple steps is what's ultimately going to make a big difference in your health. So sleep is just critical. Nothing else happens in the body in terms of healing as when we're sleeping. The body will not heal itself while it's awake. So unless you're getting into those deep sleep cycles with a combination of deep sleep and REM and nourishing sleep, it's not just about getting 8 hours, it's getting sleep where the body has the ability to heal itself. That's when all that healing and repair happens, when we're sleeping. It doesn't happen any other time. The body just has systems in place like the lymphatic system, antioxidant systems, when it knows innately when it has the energy and it has the right cofactors circulating through the blood, as I said, like antioxidants, melatonin at the right level, the nervous system to be calm enough. All those things coming together is when the body will heal itself. And what you can do, if for whatever reason your health has degenerated more than it should have, and maybe your biological age is older than you are, that's when the body will heal itself. So it's a really important factor. And myself, every single thing that I do during the day, I have in the back of my mind, how is this going to affect my sleep? And it's changing that relationship with sleep to thinking, all right, I'll hop into bed and then let's pray that I get a good night's sleep. It's not about that. It really is everything that happens from the minute you wake up till you go to sleep. And I'd extend that to say over a week, because sleep is a cyclical thing. If you wake up one night at 1 a.m., for example, to go to the bathroom, your body more than likely the next night will come out of a deep sleep anticipating that. So you've got to create this pattern in your sleep where the body will go into deep sleep and stay in deep sleep cycles. So in the subsequent video, I'll talk about what you can do to do that, but understand that sleep really is the core pillar. And sleep, think of it not as when you're sleeping badly as a symptom of poor sleep. Think of it as a symptom of other factors that are going on in your body. Because, for example, if your nervous system is dysregulated or excitable, then you're not going to sleep well. If you are not moving your body as well as you should, then you're not going to sleep well. So sleep is almost a sign of the body, how it's functioning. So if you've got bad sleep, then you need to look deeper at those systems, what is not working properly, because you won't sleep well if the body is not, all those other systems are not put in place. The second one is diet, and diet obviously is critically important. It is the fuel that our body functions on. And to keep it really, really simple, you need a balance of your macros, protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And anyone that tells you to remove one of those macro groups, just switch off, because they really don't understand the holistic nature of the body. You need those 4 lots of macros, and you need them to be unprocessed as much as possible. The minute we start eating out of cardboard boxes and processed food, it comes with baggage. And that baggage usually is in the form of saturated fats, or it's in the form of hyper-processed foods, in the form of sugar. And there's no other animal on Earth that consumes foods which are high in fat and high in sugar at the same time. There's no food in nature like that, but a lot of our hyper-processed foods are like that, and they're really at the heart of a lot of our health problems. So get the diet right, focus on your diet. It's not hard. We have all the recipes, we have guides, we've got food lists, everything in a book for you to make that easy. Forget all the noise on social media. Diet is not that difficult. We need the balance of those 3 macros, and that needs to be unprocessed. End of story. Then you load it with as many plants, as many good protein sources as you can, healthy fats, and your body will respond. And we've got all that information in the book. Third is movement, and I'm talking about here movement, exercise, and getting the balance of that right. Our bodies were designed to move. End of story. And making sure that you move your body in the right way every day. So we're talking about at least 10,000 steps, constantly the body moving. That's what it wants. And that's where it's designed to be genetically. Rewind 100 years, our bodies were active. They were not designed to sit for any prolonged period of time. So many systems rely on the body moving purely from a mechanical nature, our digestion, and to keep our muscles flowing, the circulation. But also exercise is really important for our energy production. And the more that we can push our body to be fit, then you've got these mitochondria produce energy, and that's available to us when we're not moving our body. So it's a really important part of that, of how our body heals itself, to have that capacity and fitness to do that, because you're never going to heal yourself if you're not fit. So there is a balance to strike there between being ultra fit and not fit at all, but just finding that nice balance is a really, really important thing, and understanding that you absolutely have to move your body. And we see in our communities quite regularly people saying, why can't I lose weight? And they're just not moving their body. We've sort of forgotten this fundamental nature of us as humans and as animals. We have to move our body. And then finally, and it brings all the other elements together, is mindfulness. And this is one we very often forget, but the modern world that we live in is causing our nervous systems particularly to be hyper stressed. And there's a situation where our adrenals, which is the gland that predominantly responds during times of stress, is we're too adrenal dominant, and we're riding on these either adrenaline or cortisol, and it's not the right way. Our body needs a balance to be stressed in a healthy way, but also to switch off. And you need to learn and train yourself to calm that mind down. And we often hear as well people saying, I just can't meditate, or I can't relax. Well, that's a red flag to you that you need to. It's not something you were born with. Yes, there are tendencies, but you have to teach your body to quieten down, calm down, and use the breath, use meditation. There's lots and lots of tools, exercise being one of them, to release that stress. And you've got to get that balance right. There's no use being completely calm, because you won't be stressing your body to the point where it's a healthy thing. But you've got to get that balance. And 99% of people out there, me included, are adrenal dominant or stress dominant, and it's just not a good thing. Again, rewind 100 years, that's how our bodies were. We lived this slow life, and we were happy to see time pass us by, and we understood the concept of cycles and sleep and wake and seasons. But now we're just also driven to succeed, driven to make sure we get everything done. We just lose sight of the big picture, that our bodies need that balance of calmness and quiet. And then you develop a platform where you can actually get all those things done. Is most people are running on zero energy reserves because they've just overextended themselves. If you want to do a lot of things, you've got to really build that healthy base, and those 4 pillars is that base. And if you're sitting there right now listening to this, wondering how this applies to your health, don't overthink it. These 4 pillars. Read the book, watch the videos, and start to take baby steps and implement. It might take you a year to really get a balance of those pillars and implement enough of the things that you need to do to balance them out. But if you crowd out your life, your diet, lifestyle with these healthy things, with these 4 pillars, you crowd out the bad things. Okay, so the more you can do with these 4 pillars, the healthier, and I absolutely guarantee you that your health will improve. And no doctor is ever going to give you that guarantee, but I will, because I know that these 4 pillars just makes complete sense. I've seen it thousands and thousands of times before. I've seen it in my own health. You build these 4 pillars and your health will respond. Simple as that. So good luck. Let me know if you've got any questions.